Humble to Divine. During May, our task has been healing our energy by healing our perceptions. Perceptions, how we see things, seeing things differently. Just thinking a little bit differently. So I had a personal moment yesterday. We were getting ready to go to Ireland. And so this is a big trip for us. And normally I'm working with clients and I'm teaching, and I had the seminary class yesterday morning, Sunday service, another day of meetings and office work and a few more services, counseling and healings, and then we're off. So my brain's going, okay, click, that one's done, click, that one's done, and I'm starting to let things go. So yesterday I was at the mall, or I was at church and I taught, and I said, I'm going to go to the mall and find a pair of shoes for the trip. So I went to the mall, I walked into the mall, and I went, oh my God, this is amazing. The energy is so clear and clean. Look at how brilliant the energy is in this place. And I thought to myself, what is wrong? Why is this so different than it normally is? And I realized I wasn't reading everybody. I get so intense with my counselings and healings, I'm looking at everybody saying, okay, I see your issue, and what's wrong with you? And when I go shopping, I do the same thing. Oh, send that one energy there, that one energy there, and I didn't even realize it. The shift of my perception allowed me to start seeing joy, because I'm going on vacation. Everybody looked beautiful, you know? And I was off the clock. So it was a beautiful little way for me to see how immediately a shift of perception can change your reality in that given moment. So we've been working on it the last few months. We started with self-judgment. That was our first Sunday, and understanding that when we have a power outside of self, when we're judging anything outside of self, we're still judging within. And to become more aware of opening our hearts. And then Patrick led us last Sunday on following our hearts, following the love, and looking past what seems to be and following the energy of the vibration of love. So, perception, how I see things. And today we're going to look at the humble to the divine. So this is, how do I see myself in the energy of God? How do I see that divinity within me? Anytime we're talking about humility or being humble, we're really talking about a power that's greater. We are humbling ourselves to a greater power. In the world, and by definition, to humble oneself is to moderate the estimation of value. When I'm humbling myself in accordance with something in the outer, I'm moderating my value, so it's less than what I'm particularly seeing in the outer world. When I do that in the world, I'm giving power, greater power, to that which I humble myself to something outside. And we're taught to do this, yes? We're taught to humble ourselves to something outside, to a greater power. Jesus said during one of his lessons, I would rather be a keeper at the gate of my Father's kingdom than do what the world asks me to do for power and glory. And we in metaphysical Christianity see that as the true humbling, when we humble ourselves to the greater power of God. Not the power that man can give us. Not the fame, the reputation, the money, the wealth, but the energy of God. I would rather be with a humble heart, the keeper of the gate, the keeper of the door to the kingdom of God, rather than be what the world would want me to be. Okay? So we have this beautiful complexity going on within us, because we all understand that humbling to spirit, but we also have the humbling to the outer as well. So we get kind of caught in that as we're walking. When we moderate, however, our sense of value on the earth plane, we really are disconnecting ourselves from God. Do you realize that? When we moderate our value as compared to someone in the earth, we are disconnecting that service to God. Each one of you can look around in your world and say, this is not as good as, not as great as, not as powerful as my neighbor. And you do it all the time. And when you do that, what are you doing but moderating your value to a lesser and saying your neighbor has a greater value? And what does that do to your connection with spirit, with the divine? Do you see how it interrupts it? It interrupts it, because no longer are you one with God. You are now less than your neighbor. We walk in this all the time. So, greatness comes when we allow ourselves to be spirit and we express divinity. When you express divinity, you become one with it. When you are humbling your heart to the divine, you become one with it. Jesus, in this world, did not have a humble heart. Do you understand that? In the world when he walked, he did not have a humble heart. He had a strong heart, he had a pure heart, he had a clear heart, he had a heart that knew. He knew that he knew. When you came to speak to him, there was no, oh, let me humble myself before you. It was, no, what you need. Let me be in the Spirit of God and let me speak to you from my heart. He was one with God. He had a pure, a strong, a clear, and a knowledgeable heart in the world. This is how he took his energy into the world. And where is the power in that? It's inside his heart with God. You guys clear? Okay. All right. So how do we move to that strong heart? We shift our perception. How easy is this? So easy. Okay. Jesus said, I'm going to read it to you in the aquarium. Everybody ready? Yes. You ready for enlightenment?
Yes.
Okay. Here it comes. Jesus said, these are the words and works of God who lives in me and I in him. Hear me, you faithful men. He who believes in me and in my Father God shall say and do what I have said and done. Yea, more. He shall do even greater works than I have ever done, because I go to him whose works we do, and I can reach out in helpfulness. He shall do what I have said and done. Yea, more. He shall do greater than I have said and done. He who has faith in God, shall do greater. Okay, let's breathe that in. He did not say, he who has faith in God might be able to one day. Maybe he can. He said, shall. He who has faith in God shall. Is there an option in shall? There is no option in shall. He who has faith in God shall do these things. He shall do what I do, and he shall do greater. Can you feel the world narrowing in upon you? Shall, not optional. When you have faith in God, these things will happen. You will do these things. It will come from you, through you, to the world. Comfortable? Yes. Cool. When we moderate the value of self through our divinity, or through our humility to the world, how connected are we to that faith in God? How connected are we to the shall? I shall do these things. Be in the world, but not of the world. Walk through the world with that divine light. It's easier in our world to not be powerful. It's easier in our world to have power outside of self. Do you know this? It's so easy not to be powerful. It's so easy to let everybody else tell you where to live, what to do, how to be. And this is the vision. When Spirit was talking to me, all my guides and angels were talking to me, and they're like, you need to really focus on this. This is not optional. When you have faith in God, things move for you. And then they showed me this beautiful vision. There's this beautiful energy that I can tell you guys all this fabulous stuff. And deep within you, going back into your subconscious mind, way far back, beyond all your rules and regulations, there's this beautiful space inside you where there's a beautiful babbling brook. And it's lovely, and you can go there and you can rest. And by the brook is a beautiful book. And it's called The Potentials of Man. And it's just sitting there by the babbling brook. And you'll open it up this morning and you'll drop in all the thoughts that you got from church. All the ahas you got. Oh, I shall do greater. And then you'll shut the book. Or you might go a few pages ahead and say, oh, I've heard that before. I've heard that before too. Oh, my book is looking nice. And you'll shut the book. And there it will sit by your babbling brook. And then you'll make your way back to your life. And you'll wake up with a faint memory that you learned something. But not the capacity to shift. Do you understand? Knowing that one day that book is going to help you. But today the world calls for my attention, and today the world wants me to do something, and today the world's telling me I'm not as good as I think I am. And today. All right, we want to start talking about our human condition because we want to shift our perception. Our perception, how we see the world. We take information in, we interpret it, and then we utilize it. That's perception. You receive, you interpret, and you utilize. Everybody good with that definition? Mm-hmm. All right. How we function on this planet. So kind of hang with me, okay? How we function on this planet is we have this beautiful instinctive mind. This beautiful animal mind, perhaps. Cellular intelligence, perhaps. But it acts on, the instinctive mind acts on automatic level. It almost is like it bypasses conscious mind. You know, you don't really choose when instinctive mind is kicking in. It's an automatic response. The instinctive mind is designed to keep you alive. It helps you with survival, and it helps you maintain what's going on in the outer. And you know your instinctive mind is the mind that reaches up when somebody throws a ball and you don't even see the ball, you know, to protect yourself. It's the one that you get out of the way when something's coming at you and you don't even think. Does everybody understand that instinctive mind? Yeah. Do you understand that it functions within you? Yeah. It is an energy and a thought that is designed to keep you in survival mode. And in the instinctive mind, where's the power? It's outside of yourself. It's in the environment. The instinctive mind is perceiving information in the environment. That mind stays within us, but then it evolves. It evolves a little bit, and it becomes it stays within us, but evolves a new mind, which is the reactor mind. The reactor mind now takes this instinctive mind and rolls it through the conscious mind. Ooh, I might be able to choose here. Let me look and see what's happening in the outer world. Let me assess what's going on in the outer world. And let me decide what I might do to ensure my safety, my survival in this environment. The reactor mind. The reactor mind learns how to manipulate very well. It learns how to assess what you need, what they can get from you, what value you have. If you have no value, I'll move to somebody that does have value. Do you see? The reactor mind. It reacts to things around it, but it rolls through the conscious mind. Goes to the conscious mind so it can choose how it's going to survive in the world. And then that mind, part of it evolves into the I need mind. I have needs, outer world, and you need to fulfill it. And that can be a little bit demanding. We've gone from manipulating to our survival, now we're demanding for our survival. But it rolls instinct, reactor, and I need. Now we're commanding, but what are we commanding? Power outside of self. We're getting a little bit more value because now we have needs, but now we're still commanding power outside of self. Can you see how the three minds focus on the outer world? Mm-hmm. Do you all understand that you still work with them? Mm-hmm. Some people do. Some people. Instinctive, reactive, and I need. The power that Jesus Christ taught and that he came to remind us of is always the power within. It's not the power outside. So the instinctive mind, as we move into a spiritual approach, evolves into the intuitive mind. Instinctive, gathering data, bypassing conscious thought and acting. Intuitive, still gathering data from an unknown source. We have no idea where that intuition is coming from. But it's coming through us, it works with our conscious mind so that we can interact with the outer in a different way as well. Instinct to intuition. Instinct reads stuff. Intuition reads energy. Instinct reads what's happening in the world, fact, matter. Intuition reads energy. We evolve from getting that guidance to thrive, to survive and thrive, but it moves into a spiritual read versus a human, biological, chemical, animal, whatever this instinctive mind flows through, read. Do you see how that occurs? Mm-hmm. Instinct to intuition. The reactive mind, we know what that could evolve to. Creator. I don't have to react to what the world has given me. I can decide to create something new. So we go from power outside of self to power inside of self. Reacting to what has been created to creating what can be created. You see? And then the third level is going from I need to I am. I am. I have now power within me, and I am. I am. I don't need. I am. Do you see the difference? So feel, instinctive reactor I need. That's the world that we came through. Intuitive creator I am. That's the world that Jesus guided us to. A world where the spiritual power is within. Is that really clear with everyone? Mm-hmm. All right. Intuitive creator I am. When you first enter metaphysics, one of the first things you're taught is that I am is actually a way of calling forth God energy, and whatever you affix that to becomes something that you're desiring in the world. I am powerful, I am love. You're really cautioned not to use the I am name and affix it to something that you don't want. Because you're actually declaring, you're calling it forth. Not a new concept, yes? Very basic. All right. So when you say, I am tired, and I will say that around 3:30 every day I have a meeting with Bonnie. And I will sit down and say, Bonnie, I am tired. I'm so tired. And my little higher self goes, well, enjoy that. Because that's exactly what you're going to create. Keep having fun with that. So, yeah, it's true. Instead, I could say, I'm open to God's vital life force filling me with energy right now. You know, I could say that. I say, I am tired. Yes. Yes, and this is so relevant for all of us. And so when I was working with this, they asked me to read this to myself and to you. This is in chapter 153. You ready? You can demonstrate the power of God, okay? Have faith in God and you could bid the mountains to depart and they will crumble at your feet. You can talk to the winds and wave and they will hear you and they will obey what you command. When you have faith in God, you can bid the mountains to crumble and they will at your feet. And the New King James, it says, the faith of a grain of a mustard seed. If you have that much faith, you can tell that mountain to crumble and it will. Okay, so this is what Spirit was revealing to me today. Do you think that you faith in God? Do you have faith in God?
Yes.
Do you think that your faith in God is turned off? Do you think that you, oh no. Do you think you wake up every morning and go, God, how's it going? Meditate, pray. Okay, God, listen, I'm not going to have faith the rest of the day. So every word that comes out of my mouth, don't include it, okay? Don't include it in what I want to create. I'm going to turn my faith off. And everything I say, we're just going to negate it all. And then I'll come back and I'll tell you what I need tomorrow morning. Faith doesn't work that way. When you have faith in God and you're asking God to move through you, every word that comes out of your mouth goes to the same creative vortex. It goes to the same space. I am. I am. So when I say I am tired, oh mountain, just hang there. I'm going to be so tired. You just sit right where you are. I don't want you to move. I'm just going to enjoy this moment. Think about what we say. We want to have faith in God, do what we want to do and not create, and then turn God back on when we want the miracles. Oh, I'm hurting God. Give me a miracle today. But don't listen to me the rest of the day. How many words do we say about ourselves that diminish our value, that diminish the value of others? Many. And the reality is you live there. That's where you live. You live in a space where you really are asking the creative love of God to maintain your sense of discomfort. Please maintain my sense of discomfort because it's easier. I do not want to have energy because then I'll have to do more work. I want to be tired so I don't. You know, whatever our reason is, the love and faith of God is active in you, always. At the level that you believe, at the level of faith that you have, it's active within you, always. And we, how powerful are we then? And where's the power? It's inside. It's inside us. This beautiful power is inside us. Are you not God's child? When you look at it that way, are you not divine when you look at it that way? The beautiful energy is in me. So, do you realize how many times you say, oh, I didn't mean that? And we say some pretty strong statements. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. Well, how did you mean it? Well, then say it that way. If you meant have a lovely day, then say have a lovely day. Don't say something and to the opposite of it. I'm a child of God. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. If I am a child of God, all my needs are met. All the power is within me. God and I are one. This is where I stand. If I stand in this, I follow my intuition. I am a creator and I am in spirit and divine. I am. You do not have to wait until you can walk through walls or walk on water to be divine. We are all divinity expressing in our various levels of consciousness. Each one of us. We're all children of God. Whether we're experiencing needing to be tired or not, we're all children of God. I am the chooser of my life, and I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. I've told you that many times. Do you know what I hear these days? I hear you telling me you're fabulous.
Yes.
Freely, without even a second thought. You tell me how fabulous you are, and I love it. But would you do that out in the world? Yes. Please do. Please do. I'm fabulous. All right. Instinctive to intuition, reactive to creator. I need to I am. Will you remember that? Will you remember that you choose the world you live in? Instinctive, reactor, I need. That is the childhood I came through. Intuitive, creator, I am, is the world I choose. And it is night and day to me. The experience may be different to you, but it is night and day to me. Okay. Humble. I acknowledge the greater value. When God is within you, you are part of that value. Do you realize that? When God is within you, you're both humbled and honored. You're one with the beautiful energy of God. You're one with that energy. And it's fabulous. You can measure it, you can taste it, you can touch it. It's fabulous. And you're one with it. Do you understand? People will come to me and they'll say, oh, Cindy, that was a fabulous healing session. Or what a great counseling session. Or that I really love that service. Or something. And I will typically say, thank you so much. And that was God. And particularly in a healing session, you guys don't realize when you go to work on someone, that is not your energy flowing through your body. It is pure God. And I thank me for being a beautiful channel to do that. But I'm not going to say, yeah, that was me. Because it wasn't. It wasn't. It was harmony of the soul who I am allowing the greater to move through me. Because I value myself that I can do it. Do you value yourself that you can be a channel, Gusla?
Yes.
All right. I value myself that I can, and I become one with that beautiful energy that flows through me. Humble to divine, to that beautiful divinity, one with God. Okay. All right. God in me. Your faith in God does not turn off. Everything you say, you activate in your world. And you shall do greater things. Not an option. Have we shifted your perception? A couple? Yeah. Then we have a couple move mountains. Let's go to our little babbling brook, shall we? Let's put our feet on the Take a breath. And just see a beautiful column of light come over you. And I want you to feel safe. And feel the love of God in this column of light. Feel yourself relaxing into the essence of God's love. And feel safe. And when I would invite you to walk with me. Just walk with me. Whatever you experience is for you personally, that's fine. But let's try. I want you to begin to imagine that your consciousness, your mind, your thinker self, your feeler self can begin to focus now inside you. And I want you to imagine that you're traveling deep within your own consciousness. Just going deep, and whatever you see is fine, letting yourself go a bit deeper. And we're going to start moving through where all the thoughts and beliefs are held. Just keep going. Just keep going. You may see libraries or computer rooms. Just keep going deep. Would you go past all of that, past all the subconscious, past all of that. Falling deep, deep into yourself. Until you can feel that you're getting close to that beautiful babbling brook. You can hear it. Let yourself go. Begin to smell the freshness. Feel yourself moving into a beautiful green energy. Beautiful nature-filled space. And the brook comes into view. And there are trees. And the grass is so soft. And just take a breath and feel in this space, I feel spirit. I feel the love of God in the world of matter. You can sit on the grass and just breathe for a minute. And then turn and let your eyes see. There is a book there, and it's a big book. And it's written on the cover, Potentials of Man. And you can open that book and you can see all the divine thoughts that you've had and gathered, and they're all there. Nothing has been lost. Nothing has been lost. I want you to turn to a blank page now and just take a breath, and as you exhale, you're going to breathe into that book everything that you learned this morning. All the ideas and concepts that worked for you. They worked for you. Just breathe into the book. And feel the peace. Feel the infinite love of God for you right where you are. Still in a beautiful space of nature, not off the earth plane, but yet in harmony with the earth. So you know there is value to being on this place, in this planet. God must want you on this beautiful planet where nature thrives. Take one more breath and breathe in the beautiful healing energy into your body from this babbling brook. And know that you can come back anytime. But if you're ready, I want you to grab the book. Pick it up. And no matter how big it might be, pick it up. It'll be light. And every step you take, it will get lighter. Feel your readiness to bring that book back. I want you to feel the book in your arms, under your hands, at your heart, however you're carrying it, bringing it back. I want you to come back. And as you come back, feel going back the same way you came, coming back down the same path, noticing whatever you noticed before on either side, all the thoughts that you passed and beliefs, just gently coming back. The book is getting lighter and lighter. You gently come back. And I want you to allow yourself now to be in your column of light and just go and become aware of your body holding the book. You still have the book in your arms. Your body now sits in the chair. The book is in your arms. And in your mind's eye, I want you to look at the front and notice that the title has changed. And read the words, I am. I am. And if you like this book, now you can let it become pure energy and breathe it into your consciousness. You can breathe it into your heart. You can breathe it into your body. Breathe that book into you. I consciously choose to integrate the knowledge that is in this book that I have made. And as you breathe it in, feel a great peace coming over you. Feel the chair that holds you. Intuition, Creator, I am. This is my world. And Father, Mother, God, we love you so. Bless us to overflow in service. Breathe. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Do we have some big books out there? As you walk this week, state of being, I am. God moves through you. Watch what you choose. Don't get upset with yourself. Just watch what you choose. And I thank all of our friends who joined us today. Thank you so much. We just love you bringing your life and sharing your love with us. It was a great honor. So it is.